a torch on the wall here. You know what? I could probably carve my way down the wall here. Make a little steppy-doo. Remember how I was talking in the first episode with this magnet mode on? You can see here where it's practical that, you know, I'm chopping stuff that may normally fall down, you know, into the hole here, and I would lose it, but here I have the magnet on and it's just pulling them right back to me. And yeah, so that can be a good idea to kind of hold on for stuff and not drop things into the void, especially if there's things like lava down there or something like that, where, you know, theoretically if it was water I could just jump off and drop down and grab it, but yeah, you know, if it was lava it would fall into it, then it would be gone and we would be sad, and yeah, so yeah, this is some Thaumcraft related ores. I'm really not ready to get into that just yet. And Thaumcraft. You know, I started another pack that I've been working through that's a tutorial on how to do Thaumcraft, because I really don't know it that well. And so I am learning it, and now that I actually have a good quality pack that's designed to teach it, I am learning it. Still by no means any kind of a master of it, so, but you know, I'm definitely going to give it a whirl in this pack and so forth, and we'll see what we can do. I see iron, and I see aluminum ore berry bushes. Now these are cool. These will, you know, I can chop these out and take them back. I can put them back down on the ground, but they have to be in the dark, and they'll regrow. And you can pull the ore berries off from this, and it's like a nugget, like it would be like an aluminum nugget, and you put 9 of them together, and they'd be, well, no, you smelt these down, and they become nuggets, and then you put 9 of them together, they make an ingot, and so on and so forth. But it will literally grow the aluminum ore for you. It's not fast. It takes a while for it to grow. Has to be in the dark, underground, and so on and so forth, and it'll regrow your ore for you. So if you're dealing with something that there's really not a lot of ores around and stuff like that, this is a good way to actually, you know, supplement your ore income if you need it. So, all right, let me throw a torch here, in case it was too dark before. Now you can see a little better where that is up there. I don't know. I'm sure that there's some mechanics where these types of oreberry bushes spawn. It's probably in the config files for, you know, how the mods are set up. But I'm not going to even begin to say that I know how that works. So there's that. Why is there cobble here? Huh. I'm sorry. Oh. You know what that is? That's a dungeon. That's a dungeon down there. Yeah. All right, let's dig down to that. This is a vanilla Minecraft dungeon right here. I mean, these are the things that spawn on these. You know, it has the mossy cobblestone and stuff like that. Let's shovel the gravel here a little bit. Yep, there it is. There's spawners down there. Again, I you know, for those of you looking for the big happenings with mobs and so forth, I am in peaceful mode, and you know, it is for my benefit, but it's mostly for you guys' benefit, because I don't, you know, want to get dead and then have to respawn and, you know, deal with all of that craziness and so forth. It's just basically to get, you know, going in here. And like I said before, once I actually get up to a certain level of progression and so forth, I'll turn it back into a normal mode or better. But yeah, so, and you know what, I'm not even going to mess with this spawner. I'm going to leave that, because you never know, I might need it later. Ooh, nether quartz, a bucket, Thomia Max, the bag. I don't really need any of these right now. I'm just going to leave these here. Oh, redstone, or quartz. Oh, ender pearl, sweet. Wheat, bread, boots, steel. Nice. Well, that's a good haul right there. Let's see what else we got out here. Anything? And again, I'm sorry if you. I'm not going to wait. Well, I can put a torch down so we can look together. Yeah, there's nothing down here, so I'll take that with me. Well, that's kind of cool. Had kind of like a little quick lootage there going on. Definitely not sad about that. But how many ore did it want us to get? 8 of them. Ugh. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to put that in there. And let's get another 8 torches out. And yeah, let's press on. Alright, so here's an example. Remember I was saying before about how like mod packs will have multiple types of ore? Like, see, this is copper ore, but it's put into this pack by the mod called Tinker's Construct. You can see that it looks a little bit different than that copper ore, which we'll get, yep, and that's put in by Thermal Foundation. So it's 2 different types of copper, but once I, smelt these down, well, actually I shouldn't say that. If you smelt these down in a furnace, they will come out to their mod respective ingots, usually. And there are some things that can be changed in the config file to force them all to become the same type. But generally they will smelt down to their, like, this would become a Thermal Foundation copper ingot. That would be a Tinker's Construct copper ingot. Now, I do know that with the Tinker's Construct in this particular pack, if I put any type of copper ore into the Tinker's smeltery, which we'll deal with later, you'll see that later. If I put these in there, no matter what kind, if I put them in and smelt them down, they will all come out to the same type of ingot. On the one hand, there may be things that come out that will be, you need a specific type of ore for. But, as you know, things that aren't alike don't stack together. So you can get like an inventory full of like 10 different types of copper. Well, I don't think there's 10 types. You know what I mean? Your inventory will just get full of all these different types of things, when really if it was all the same material, they would stack together and you wouldn't use up all your inventory space because of all the different types. So yeah, it's that's an example of where things can get a little bit confusing sometimes.